Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video. So today's video then is part 2. It follows on from my previous video where I showed you guys a couple of six-figure stores that were turning over 6 figures per month. I showed you the products, etc. Quite a few people commented part 2. They wanted a part 2, a follow-on from that video. So thank you very much to everybody who did comment. So this is part 2 then. In this video, I'm going to be showing you one more store. So a 6-figure store turning over 6 figures per month. It's best-selling products. The Facebook ads it's running, its store, absolutely everything. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how I found these stores. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because it's an important skill to have in any business, is to make sure that you keep learning. And the best place to learn is from those existing stores that are producing those good results. So just to make sure really that you keep up to trend with what products are currently selling, what style of Facebook ads are working, just those kind of things. If you missed part 1, make sure you go and check it out. I will put a link. It'll be the first link in the video description below. I'll also put it in a comment too, so you can't miss it. And just go check those stores out really. They're quite interesting. They were both general stores. There were some pretty cool products, in fact, that I've never seen myself before. So it just goes to show that when you do the research and you check out stores you've never seen before, then you will come across some products that you might not otherwise find. So yeah, make sure you check out part 1. That being said, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this part 2. And yeah, let's get straight into store number 1. What's up guys? So here we are then on store number 1. It's called Little Style Shop. Just to show you kind of like a generalized overview then, they have free shipping store wide. So they do ship internationally, and they have a 100% lifetime guarantee on all their products too. So it's quite a bold claim, but obviously it's a brilliant way of gaining that kind of trust and proof, and kind of giving that guarantee to your customers so they feel safe shopping with you, even though they might not know who you are. The fact that you're offering 100% lifetime guarantee shows you have confidence in your products. As you can see then, they sell multiple products from different niches. So again, this is a general store. General stores do work. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. And then apart from that, that's pretty much it. As you can see, it's quite basic. And there's not really a lot else to show you guys. We can go to their catalog and see the other kinds of products that they sell, but at the end of the day, you guys can go into their store and see this information for yourselves. What we're interested in then is we want to find out what their best selling product is, and we want to find out exactly how many units of that product they are selling. Essentially then, as a whole, what we want to look at is their sales funnel, because that is what we want to then take notes from and even replicate and use as inspiration to implement into our own store. So when I refer to the sales funnel, I'm referring to the ads that they're running, the products that they're selling, and then the product page as well. It's always really important to have a look at the product page, because lots of different stores use lots of different styles, and they work for lots of different products too. So if we just use this handy little Chrome extension, it's called Shopify Inspector, 100% free. It's going to give us a bunch of interesting information that we can use ourselves. So number 1, their Shopify theme that they're using is called Debut. This is a free theme that anybody can install once you've signed up to a Shopify plan. It'll tell you a bunch of different applications this store is using, but what is most interesting is their best selling products, and it kind of lists it from top to bottom in best selling to worst selling. So we can see straight away from this particular store, their best selling product is this posture corrector. Now this is where this store gets quite interesting, or at least it does for me, because they don't really use like a textbook product page layout. As you can see, it's quite kind of just random and all over the place. At the moment, there's no kind of signs of an add to cart button or anything like that. And then once we scroll down, this is essentially where the customer can make a purchase. So it's very different to typically what I would teach or typically what I would recommend. But as I'm about to show you, this is what's working for these guys. And it's all about testing to find out what works. The next thing I want to show you then is proof that this store is absolutely killing it and doing really well, and that is proven then by how much traffic they're getting. So this extension is called similarweb.com. It'll give you kind of like this drawer that pops out and gives you this information you can see on your screen. But if we go across to more insights, it's going to give us a load more information that will help us kind of understand what this store is doing. So again, we have that information. We can then start to implement that kind of strategy into our own stores. Number 1 then is the traffic overview. As we can see, these guys are consistently getting over 100,000 visits per month, which is very good. If you watched in part 1, the difficult thing with dropshipping is getting these consistent results. It's easy to find, or at least it was for me, that first initial products that did really well. But what I struggled with then was having that next product. So again, to keep the traffic up, keep the sales up, and overall just maintain a profitable business. One thing I can tell you about these guys is that the fact that they're driving consistently really decent traffic numbers, so over 100,000 per month. In fact, 150,000, as you can see, was the lowest in October, and then these guys have gone as high as 360,000, which is really good. They wouldn't be able to bring this amount of traffic in without paying for ads, and ads are expensive. So what I'm trying to say then is these guys are making a profit. There's no way they would consistently get these traffic numbers if they weren't profitable. Next thing is we can see where the traffic come from, majority from US. So if this is a product you want to have a go with, then I recommend focusing on the US. Next thing is the traffic sources, 68% is from socials, which is a good sign because the chances are these guys are paying for ads. And then where this store gets really interesting, if we just scroll down, it will actually tell us what social platform this traffic is coming from. And as we can see, it's coming from YouTube. So these guys are running ads on YouTube. Now, this is something I've started to experiment with myself, because in terms of the e-commerce world, in comparison to Facebook at least, then it's not very competitive whatsoever. So if you guys do want some content on YouTube ads and the kind of things I've been getting up to, then just leave some sort of comment down below. So that being said then guys, we've seen the shop, we've seen the amount of traffic they're getting, we've seen their best selling products. Now we want to see the kind of Facebook ads they're running. So I headed over to YouTube, I put Little Style Shop in, and within about 10 seconds I was able to find their YouTube page. It's the same logo, everything, and they've got 3 different videos. So what this tells me is these are the 3 different video ads that they've been experimenting with. And if you just look at the view numbers, so 180 subscribers, and this video here has got 15 million views. So this video here is by far their most successful, and this video here, the chances are, has drove the majority of that traffic and the majority of the sales. So if you're watching this video now then as a beginner and you're not quite sure where to start, then in this video I've just shown you a 6-figure product. I've just shown you a product page layout that you can replicate, and I'm about to show you the ad then to produce those results. So essentially head over to this page and replicate something similar. Don't use the same content, don't chop and change it. If you're serious about creating a business that's going to be sustainable and make you lots of money, then you have to be original, you have to create your own content, and you have to do things from scratch. It's just going to come across as so much more professional, and you're not going to run the risk of receiving some sort of cease and desist or getting your Facebook ad account banned. So that being said then guys, that is the Facebook ad. That is pretty much everything I wanted to show you with this store. If you want more videos like this in the future, make sure you just let me know in the comment section below. I tend to go on what kind of reaction these videos get and what kind of comments I see. So if you do want me to do kind of more store reviews and show you more products, etc., make sure you leave a comment down below. So that's kind of like the first part of the video done. The second part of the video is I want to show you how I found these stores, and it's only going to take me a couple of minutes, to be honest. It's actually really easy to do. So I'll take you back to the beginning of the process. Let's go back to Google, and all you want to do then is if you just type in myip.ms and then space Shopify. As you can see, I've searched this before, and then the one that you're looking for is this one here that comes up with Shopify Incorporated. If you just click on that, as you can see I have done before, it's going to take you to this page here, and essentially what this is it lists all the current websites that are using Shopify as a host. So essentially these are all the Shopify stores in the world, basically, or all the kind of active and current ones. And as we can see, the number 1 is obviously myshopify.com, and then number 2 is colorpop.com. And what you'll soon be surprised by, in fact, is when you start scrolling through these, you'll start seeing some big names, some home names, if that's the right term, some home brand names that everybody's heard of. So Jeffree Star Cosmetics was a big one. Gymshark.com, I'm pretty sure most people will have heard of. On page 2 on VQ Fit, again, another big company. Blendjet.com, which is obviously Jen Selter's company, which is one of the biggest kind of fitness influencers on Instagram. You've got Vitale Design, MVMT Watches, Hygo Shop. Again, I'll just show you this one quickly. I've covered these guys before in another video, but this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, general store on Shopify at the moment. And these guys have been in business for I don't know how long actually, but it's at least years and years and years. So these guys are consistently able to produce those profitable results. So again, another store that you guys should definitely check out. With that being said, then in terms of actually finding these general stores, what I tend to do is actually just kind of flick through these every kind of maybe once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks, because it updates, and you'll see that kind of stores go up and down the list depending on how big they are, how much traffic they're getting. But when you go through these stores, you can kind of pick out which ones are like the dropshipping general stores by what they're named. So for example, Hygo Shop is quite a general name for a shop. Typicalgoodies.com, again, this featured in part 1, the previous video, and Typical Goodies kind of just lends itself to that kind of general store, and as you can see, they sell general products. And then the other thing you can do as well, which is actually really handy, so if for example you are in a dog niche, you can come on here, and if you just put dog in here, and then hit search. It's going to give you all the websites that have the word dog in, so you can go through all these different sites, open them up, and just find ones that are actually dropshipping dog products, see what their best selling products are, and then just go from there. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up. I think I've been talking for kind of like 11-12 minutes. If you're still with me, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do make sure you let me know by hitting that like button. Any comments or questions, whatever you want to ask me, I do answer every single person. So again, just make sure you leave your comment down below. Make sure you subscribe for regular content. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.